change your reality, this motherfucker. Yeah, don't make me come and kill your God. Yeah, you won't have nobody to break to. Yeah, you won't have nobody to break to. Yeah, you won't have nobody to break to. Yeah, don't make me come and kill your God. Yeah, you won't have nobody to break to. That's right. Yeah, you won't have nobody to break to. Alright. Yeah, you won't have nobody to break to. Sleepers, don't make me come and kill your God. Yeah, no, my shit be solid, so hateful. This shit you want, bet your God be making you wait too. You gotta work, bet you treat your ass like a slave too. Yeah, now fight, but I am too beyond to let you know I can give a fuck about space too. I seen a light and I seen a life in the shade too. Living in yeah, and you live in a day too. Yeah, now motherfucker, oh my god, pay close attention to what you niggas are prey to. That might be the motherfucker you shouldn't pray to. The predator, you might end up being a prey to. Damn, now why you humans is so soft? Yeah, you keep doing shit and I ain't you. You lost your soul, now somebody gotta complain. You, superhero, let me go get my cake too. Yeah, so let me come and kill your God. Right, yeah, you won't have nobody to break to. Yeah, you won't have nobody to break to. Yeah, you won't have nobody to break to the show. Now let me come and kill your God. Yeah, you won't have nobody to break to. That's right. Yeah, you won't have nobody to break to. Alright. Yeah, you won't have nobody to break to. Yeah, people believing in Jesus Christ, so they gon' follow the sun. But they do that shit anyway every day when they gon' follow the sun. But they disregard the moon when it plays out the females on earth. You get shit like the female shit preach in the church. Who would believe that'll work when they get life, dog? Which I worship a penis, then make the woman fight for their rights, y'all. This shit is a shame. Then they wanna mix religion with the government and got you niggas living in pain. I would call it hell, but you turn around and look at me and say a nigga insane. You be thinking this a pretty house, I be looking at the fucking shit like a cage. You were so blinded by the light you couldn't tell if it was a gift or a flame. Got you niggas thinking punishment and hard work is something that you gotta do. Just to get a hold of something that you niggas already got inside of you. My frequency vibration so high that you know how to fly the flu. Either Christian, Catholic, Hebrew, Muslim, or shaman too. Either pagan or you in the Wicca, or you dress up like the Islamic crew. Either Hinduism, Judaism, Buddhism, any of you are a Jew, or when it's such a whole lost confused. Now you feeling like you lost the two, feeling naked like your claw removed, praying hoping that your God come through. You just need to see the God in you, then you can see a godly view. Then you will know what God can do, and what messages was not approved. The Elohim and demigods were rules. The spirit supposed to tell you not to choose. Go against the grain, and they ran my reality, you will probably lose. But let's talk about God of you. It's Uriel, I'm the God of you. God not a male or a female, but it's everything involved with truth. Yeah, don't make me come and kill your God. Yeah, you won't have nobody to break to. Yeah, you won't have nobody to break to. Yeah, you won't have nobody to break to for sure. Yeah, don't make me come and kill your God. Yeah, you won't have nobody to break to. That's right. Yeah, you won't have nobody to break to. Alright. Yeah, you won't have nobody to break to.
Yeah, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. I'ma kill the game because I'm feeling bored. I open up my mouth, they say they wantin' more. I heard you rapping and it's sad, you make me snore. The angels got my back like Horizon. I'm a Taurus rising, so it shouldn't be surprising. Like K-Dot, I'm smoking on your top 5. I'm the best ever, dead or alive. I ain't playing, every day I'm slaying. I'm walking around the game just to see what y'all be saying. See you talking about your money and you talk about your gold, but you think you getting riches, but let's talk about your soul. You empty and you lonely and you that way till you dead. And no, I'm not a killer, but don't push me to the edge. They worshiping the devil, that's why they style whack. They say that God left, tell him he coming back. Bitch, Peace. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Sagittarius season. We are at the 1 degree portal here, which is set to officially activate a brand new cycle of ascension. Coming in hot. Shout out to Andy Mineo, who represents Aries, the exalted light of Christ, through that sign. Okay. Shout out to you, Aries sons. Shout out to you, Leo sons, the dignified light of Christ. Okay. Where it is it as dignity. And then, of course, shout out to Sagittarius, which is this aspect of light in its ascension, representing the creator, or Olodumare, if you are into Ifa, or the creator God, represented by all signs, but especially the last four, beginning with the ascension. So we do this every year. And for those of you who would like to get a Letterman jacket, let me know. My good friend said that he would like it if the design was smaller. So let me know what y'all think about that too. Should I shorten the design, or is the size? Of course, everyone will find something different, but just wanted to see if majority felt that too, and I'll shrink it. But other than that, congratulations. Joey said something very significant in that, of course, congratulations, like you made it. The road from Leo to Sagittarius is a victory road. And relative to 2008, that second boss battle that squares with Pluto, that this is the last year officially, at each point, we have a lot of people fall off. You know what I'm saying? I can say this because it's factually true. The vaccinated are now amongst more of the dead people from COVID than those unvaccinated. Okay. And this is a major milestone when you're looking at, the president under investigation, Balenciaga getting exposed. A lot that, has been true has never not stopped being true. You can't keep things in the dark. Okay, so expect Sagittarius to expose a lot in the light with its square to Pisces and Jupiter and Neptune. So this entire season you want to dedicate to the further visualization of what life you're creating. The God level of Sag is the reminder that you are the God and creator of your reality. You have the one objective, Almighty God, that represents the truth. Then you have us that are as gods who create and have responsibility for our reality. And the more we align with this objective truth, which with Yah, with Logos, with Christ, the more we are like Christ, have the will of God be done as is on earth as it is in heaven. And this is how we bring heaven on earth, versus the Satanist perspective that puts themselves before God and does what they willed. That's really it. You don't have to get so caught up on religious philosophy. These help you walk the path right, but treat your neighbor as yourself. That's the golden rule. Don't argue like Pharisees argue with Jesus on whether to heal on the Sabbath, whether it's right to read tarot astrology. That's between you and God. You feel me? And only God is going to judge you. So just maintain that integrity. What's the most important is that you put God first. It's in the 10 Commandments. God never said don't worship other gods. I mean, well, maybe you can cite other verses, so correct me if I'm wrong, but just based on that commandment, God says, do not put any other gods before me. Do not put any other gods before me means that if you do work with other gods, put God first. The perpetual journey of your life, basic instructions before leaving earth, is to put God first so that your life can be in alignment. And this transit is going to help you see God, okay, in all its forms,
more than ever. Candace Owens still on a roll, I see. So, this is a great time to practice word to Colby, delusional optimism, because for those of you who are aware of Neville Goddard, Mark Houghton, Pam Grout, all these law of attraction experts, from now until March is the perfect time to really stay involved in this. The whole notion of feeling and experiencing the end result and being there as you create and project your self concept and ignore 3D accept the 3D circumstances, but don't let that get in the way of what you're creating. Because Sagittarius teaches you that the world you're creating comes from within, projected out into the external, and that what you impress on your subconscious creates your reality. Okay. And so it teaches you that in creating this, the faith and belief through Pisces is for you to see the new world you're in. A lot of you, and shout out to Nasiha, who is a Sagittarius representing the rest of us here, comment a fire sign emoji if, yes, that dude is the truth. Comment a fire sign emoji if you have realized or noticed that personally, right, you are in this reality. You see it, you feel it, you see evidence of it. For example, some of you know you're a superstar that's meant to tour on stage, and oh, I didn't even know about this. Shout out to the Leo King's rants. You know that you got the talent, you got the songs, you've actually performed on stage, but then you're back at your crib where you're not getting booked. It's like you feel like you're in between worlds. That's because you are from Virgo to Pisces. Sagittarius is now through your creation. Are you going to let go of the past, of the you who is not you are in this world, but you're not of this world. You are creating the new world that you're getting ready to step in. And that requires faith and belief, not in anything that doesn't exist. The unseen quantum mechanic principles that the frequency your brain generates from Mercury, your brain, signals to universe to co-create. This is where dark forces come through with doubts, fear, insecurity, attachment. We all go through this. And that's the beautiful part of this process, because we can do more inner self work to recognize that you right now, as you are right now, are worth everything it is you desire. We basically prove that Taurus season and Virgo season, where you changed your behavior to facilitate the lifestyle, to now in Sagittarius create this. So we went to magic school Gemini season with Jupiter and Pisces, that was now in Aries, completing the 12-year cycle of evolution. This transcendence arc coming out of Pisces and Aries, marking 12 years of evolution since 2010, has brought you around the zodiac. And now the transcendence means you're stepping into a new level, which means your understanding and belief in yourself is different. Like someone who was walking their whole life and now they drive a car. Now they can drive. So it transcends the idea of themselves as someone who only walked. Now they have to learn how to drive. That's the new cycle. You have to learn how to use your new superpowers, because you don't just have, you constantly update abilities. It doesn't have to be supernatural. Maybe you had the ability to type. Now you have the ability to orate and public speak. You know what I'm saying? But this is, you need to be excited. You need to be excited, ladies and gentlemen. You need to be excited. You are alive. You being alive means, if you think of this, and I don't want to say this in disrespect to other people who died, like they're not good enough. It's just, you're alive. The fact that you're alive means that if you think of this like Hunger Games, your soul has been chosen to pioneer this ascension arc. Unlike most Sagittarius seasons, this features the square to Neptune and Jupiter. So all Sagittarius season, you're going to be creating a vision. What we're going to do, first of all, I'm going to do an emergency 5-card pick a card reading so that you can see what major theme and concept is guiding you. What is the outcome and energy and message here too? If you haven't seen my emergency pick a card, the reason why I was late last night, I didn't plan to do it, but I just had to do it. The emergency pick a card reading to activate your superpowers, that's timeless. Please watch that. It will hook you up, and you can compound that message with this, because you're activating power regardless. Okay. We are going to light a candle. The reason why I was late is I didn't do this early enough, but I went to Albertsons 5 minutes before the live was supposed to start. I got a candle. I came up with this idea. GJB, good question. I'm not doing live readings, but when I go live later on the week, I will. Okay. I might do a transit talk tomorrow. if not a card reading. But other than that, I make sure I don't do financial transactions during ceremonies, just so we can keep the energy just, just straight with you and me. Although anyone who wants to send any donations, please feel free. But anyway, if you have a candle, light one with me. Okay. I know a Scorpio rising Sag Sun goddess who gave me a reading, by the way. She's amazing. But when I first met her, I realized we had opposite suns and moons. So I was like, yeah, I have the second house Gemini. I wrote on a piece of paper, I want $40 in 2 minutes. And in 2 minutes, $40 came. She's like, wow, that's awesome. I lit a candle and the next day I got an $80,000 contract. I was so jealous. I looked at her and I was like, see, Sagittarius gets all the good. But like it's dope because this is the manifestation of ascension. And the highlight here, like most second house Sagittarius, I spoke to someone earlier who spoke about her daughter who is young and was able to manifest quick. This is a Scorpio rising Sag ability, or just Sagittarius. Fast manifestation. Virgo and Gemini manifestation operates in 3D, and as it should, takes time. Gemini, Sagittarius, and Pisces are outside of that. Happens instantly. Okay. There are factors within it that make it happen instant. I'm not going to say I'm the authority of this, at least yet, but it's just something that I've noticed. I want to invite you to notice, not so that you expect things to happen quickly, but dude, I told you those examples because it's going to happen very quickly. Yes, you can use an incense. Now, if you don't have a candle, I will light this candle for you. So you can just project your intent. This is the community collective candle. I'm going to put that on this altar right there. And it's just going to be bumping. Shout out to Angel Diosa. She's in town. She gifted me this stone. She's awesome. Do a peace talk with her. You Cancers are super psychic. That's all I'm about to say. All right. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to, as a team, as a community, as a gang, Infinity Club, $1 Billion Vibe Tribe, corporation, as a family. Okay, we are going to collectively visualize together. So right now, the universe is looking at us as one frequency, focusing on a focal point with your individuality. And we're all going to combine our visualization and then set the intention for all of our wishes to come true, all of our intentions to come true. This visualization exercise, it could be any color candle, whatever you want. Okay. I was going to do red, but I just like this theme here with Awaken. So got the ocean blue. All right. So with that being said, this definitely puts you in a position. So fam, we're just going to visualize all Sagittarius season. You want to create the world through visualization. You create how. So impress on your subconscious mind. If this was a movie, your producer, director, and writer, what do you want to happen? Be open if things change, but just see it. Feel it as if it's happened. And then what we're going to do is we're going to light the candle. And then for the next 2 weeks, from now to the full moon in Gemini, you are going to do everything you do from this state of visualization. That's it. You're going to create from this state. So if you find yourself discouraged or knocked off balance, and you know that you are the next superstar musician, then if you get discouraged before you do anything, tap back into that vision of a scene of you receiving 10 Grammys and then do what you do as the person who received it. You're not saying I'm going to receive 10 Grammys. It's I have 10 Grammys. You just don't see it yet. I haven't won it yet, but like I'm a 10 times Grammy times winner. If you do it right, you should look fish-tarded. Because especially with the segue of Neptune and Pisces, the synchronicities that facilitate as you impress this in your subconscious will make you more aware of being in between worlds than when we don't have a square this emphasized, the 90-degree angle this emphasized that's building up to this. Embody the feeling as if it was done in the past. Trust me, it works. Trust me, you don't even have to spend all day attaching to it. See it, release it. Whenever it comes back to mind, re-energize that. But the work comes in the 3D. The visualization is to just let your higher self know, hey, this is what I'm creating down here. So this is how magic works. For example, okay, yeah, someone summoned Chad the Maverick. We summoned Chad. All right, he's coming. I can feel it. Okay, so with that being said, all right, we already accepted the award. So you see it. Spend all Sagittarius season creating the reality you want to step into. This is how magic works. As above, so below. So there's things that your higher self will do, and really, of course, influence the unseen dynamics that you're not aware of with your limited consciousness. But then there's the work you have to do. For example, I remember that I wanted $1,000 so that I can go see the Leo King. This was the day that I read Pam Grout's E Squared, one of the best books that literally changed my life. And she's an Aquarius. She was like, yeah, just tell the fucking universe what you want to order and give it a time limit. I was like, what? Give it a time limit? She's like, yeah, give that motherfucker 48 hours. I was like, okay. I've never made this much money before. So I'm just going, I don't know how I'm going to make it, but hey, universe, show me something. And in less than 24 hours, I made my first $1,000 like that. I'm talking about the time I realized it, I thought it didn't come true. I was ranting. I was like, see, I never get my prayers answered, which is a lie. I was just being a child. I never get my prayers answered. This is unfair. And then I look at my phone. Oh, shit. And then I just felt stupid. Like, oh, wow, this shit works. So I didn't know how that was going to come in, but I did the work. I had already created the opportunity. I created a personal astrologer service that at the time was $1,000 a month. I didn't expect anyone would buy that, but because I did the work and the way magic works is you have levels of omnipotence that work outside of logic, but in this human form, anything that is logically possible, magic dictates you can make it happen. In order for you as the magician to make it happen, you just have to create the structure to make it possible. So if you want $1 billion, make a lemonade stand. Is it probable? No. But now you're giving the universe something to put it through. The more opportunities and channels that you have open for your higher self to be like, okay, this dude wants $100,000, but he doesn't have a business. He doesn't have anything that can make it. I can still send someone who gives him a check. But as a magician, if you create multiple opportunities you'll find, and then you lead by example, knowing that you're the person, that's how you create magic. Okay. And everyone does this as unique to them. Okay. Is this one of those times to ask for what seems unrealistic? Yes. Yes. Annie, you are not just a Bond girl. You're beyond that. If you want to be a Bond girl, you can. This is the most important questions that was asked here, and it ties directly to what I was going to say. Everything that you're going to visualize, Neptune and Jupiter is going to challenge you every step of the way to be like, dream bigger, dream bigger, dream bigger. Yeah, I see you want this, but dream bigger. Yeah, I see you want to be in a stadium and have it sold out, but dream bigger. Yeah, I see you want to be a dictator and control the world, but dream bigger. Like, yeah, I see you want world peace and a utopian harmony, but dream bigger. Because and Pisces is going to challenge. Like, just when you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you can't dream bigger, Pisces is gonna be like, believe, dream bigger. And if you're really willing to take this challenge, Sagittarius season will be so fun because there's going to be the element of your self-concept of how you see yourself. And then, of course, there's going to be how by the end of Sagittarius season, the way you see yourself is so much more ascended. Thank you so much, Energetic Rebel Astrology. I really do enjoy all of the new people who come see, you know, whether you've been a day one, whether you've been for years or not. Day one is not about how long you've known someone. It's who hasn't switched up since you met him. Shout out to BLB. So yeah. Okay. With that being said, before we start the ritual, I'm going to do the pick a card reading, but you can get the candle ready. If you don't have a candle, I like this one for you. And even now, you could just start visualizing. When I say visualizing, you want to see your true self. Tap in with who you know you truly are and what is the world that you want to create, because the world is in your palm. Shout out to K-Funk who sent me this shirt. Anyone of you want to send me clothes, I will brand ambassador, holla at me. Okay. You feel the excitement of how, as a God, a conscious creation. Remember, Jesus said, ye are as gods. Okay. You have an eternal soul. You're creators. Think about the excitement you have that you can create the world you want to live, and the lies you were told that you can't are really just lies. How excited would you be if you visualized an experience and you created it? Because in less than 6 months, by the time we're in Taurus and Gemini, you're going to this is going to be real. It's going to be real. The 10th house to Sag is Virgo. So what you visualized last year, Sag, was real Virgo, and we do it again. Okay. So this square to Jupiter and Neptune, while opposite Mars and Gemini, is going to have this happen real time. So it's not a phenomena that's never happened. You're just going to be more aware of the effects of your frequency of visualization affecting reality real time. And you have to maintain the sextile Aquarius Saturn integrity to the knowledge of what you're seeing. This is where being delusional can work against you if you're not aligned with who you really are. Okay. And then you'll get frustrated with results versus feeling delusional because you're moving towards the unseen. The most important thing, once again, Annie asks, is there's nothing impossible. Okay. Even if it seems impossible, there's going to be a way that this comes into form, even if it's not exactly the way you want. So just keep that in mind. All right. With that being said, remember, Jesus even said that to his disciples, you're going to do miracles greater than I do. Okay. Because you want to think of God as like an ASAP crew. Remember, these are Elohim. For those of you who are avatars of God, right? Or have your God form, you want to think of God as like ASAP or as like NLMB or as like a group, right? In the ASAP group, you have ASAP Rocky, you have ASAP Ferg, right? You have ASAP insert ASAP, right? It's a collective. So then you have God, the Elohim, the Council of Eternals. You have God Death. You have God of Beauty. You have, or Goddess of Beauty. You have God of Justice or Goddess of Justice. It's that one truthful consciousness that doesn't have a gender, but expresses itself through different avatars. So that's one way to see that. All right. Make sure you use the code Black Friday in all caps to get my reports 50% off for the whole month of November. All right, let's get it. So with that being said, we have pile 1, we have pile 2, we have pile 3, we have pile 4. Colby, you're wild. And we have pile 5. Shout out to the T's though. I am trans divine. Shout out to you trans divine people. So the underlying theme we have is the listen to me. Trust your intuition, ladies and gentlemen, because this is going to put you in a position to realistically see the unseen principles. The high priestess is going to guide you through the creation of this new world, new moon, new vision, new cycle, new ascension to your higher conscious self by showing you signs. So when you create this new world, when you decide, I'm going to win the lottery. Why? Because I fucking want to. Because I said so. I'm going to win the lottery. I know I'm going to win the lottery. In fact, I'm going to buy these new clothes because I'm a lottery winner. I got to look good. You're telling the universe that you're winning the lottery. On your way to buy those new clothes, you see a billboard that passes by, a truck that passes by that says, "You're the next lottery winner." That's a synchronicity. That's the high priestess saying, keep going in the right direction. We're rooting for you. Keep going in the right direction. Your intuition is the unseen dynamic of the immaterial sense of your soul that can give you impressions of what's occurring and how you're creating things. But there's also a unique spiritual revelation that will help guide you moving forward. Trust that intuition. And once you come into Pisces, you'll see this more and understand this more than ever. Okay, so real quick, if you picked pile 1, the theme and concept that you want to take, or card 1, because these aren't necessarily, I'm not going to consider these piles. If you picked card 1, okay, we do have the Emperor. So this theme is power. Not just power, but authority. You're going to be disciplining your life at a level that will give you so much more authority and so much more stand and foundation to operate on. So you're getting your shit together more than ever. And this is you really arise. This is a lot of power that you're moving forward with. So you're going to establish yourself as more of a force to be reckoned with as well, with this masculine power, whether you're a man or a woman. Okay. Now for pile 2, we do have the Death card. So this is going to facilitate all sorts of transformation for you. You're not going to finish this pile recognizable, and that could be for most people, but for you especially, and linked with the superpower rating, if you picked 1 and you picked 2 here, this is going to be very, very key. But this is definitely talking about you putting certain things to rest, 12th house Scorpio, as you build the new 2nd house Capricorn. So be prepared to embrace transformation. Now for pile 3, we do have the Hanged Man. This is telling you to embrace surrender. This is the card right before death. You don't have to know what to do. You just have to let go of feeling you need to know what to do. You are gaining a changed perspective by letting go, surrendering bad habits or things you know you need to let go to aid in this transformation. Pile 2 is transformation. Pile 3 is surrender. So this is like you might look at someone and they're not hitting you up, and then you realize, oh, they're going through something. It like changes your perspective. You're going to come in through info, especially through the High Priestess. Okay, now for pile 4, we do have the Hierophant. You're coming into much higher structured orthodox knowledge of very supernatural spiritual principles. So for those of you who've seen these spiritual experiences, but you don't know how to understand it, now it's literally like a wizard or a priest comes through and explains to you what you've been going through. This could be your higher self. Others of you, whereas pile 1 is going to be more of an authority figure to be recognized with their masculine power, you're more of an authority figure people come to for advice, for insight. You're becoming a pope-like figure that people, of course, can come through to come into information and to really lead more, of course, into greater illumination. And finally, for pile 5 or card 5, we do have the Fool. So this is going to be the most fun for you. If you pick pile 5, you're completely starting a brand new chapter that's going to inspire you to really take a leap of faith. And you have to keep an open mind, because if you pick pile 5, you're coming on a brand new adventure. You're ready to do something completely different. And yeah, I'm glad all piles actually resonate with you and put you in a position to very powerfully open up this sense of how magically this season will lead you into. So remember, we do have the High Priestess. So we're going to close this off with, of course, this element of, I'm just going to do another message. And we do have justice. So bringing things, of course, to balance and coming into a very appropriate decision, okay, that will lead you forward. And once again, the High Priestess. It's not just trusting your intuition. You're going to be revealed certain things. So we're going to close this off with the ritual. I want you to just visualize who you are. I want you to see at the end of an ascension cycle, 6 months from now, end of an ascension cycle is the end of Sag season. And then, of course, 6 months from now in Gemini, what is the truth you're speaking? I want you to see, thank you so much, Forest Fairy Tarot. Next time we're going to do with the Pokemon deck for sure. So I want to see for sure, and feel free to rewatch. This is timeless. You can watch it anytime. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to envision. Rewatch, of course. All right, close your eyes. And I want you to see the true vision of you. I want you to see yourself in your success, music for effect. Okay. And I want you to see yourself in victory. We're going to link this together by all of us in a room. You're in a room in an event that I'm throwing or hosting. And this is everyone in the live chat, fully realized, fully accomplished. What are you talking to each other in the chat about? You're talking about your successes, you're enjoying and applauding each other of your accomplishments. I want you to also see evidence of this. See yourself receiving that Grammy. See yourself marrying the one for you. See yourself breaking through a lot of habits. And in this vision that you see yourself as, every single element of what it is you want to create is in this vision. This is your true world that you're getting ready to create. Everything that it is that you wish to manifest is within you. All you're doing is projecting it outwards and in 3D creating the lifestyle to support this vision. And there is nothing that it is you cannot accomplish. So see it. No matter how impossible you think it is, see it. You should feel a psychological shift, and that is at a minute level you shifting your frequency. So you just changed timelines. Okay, I want you to see yourself dancing with all the people in our soul tribe. Just so successful that we found each other, happy that we found each other, and we're all successful. Like we're all just winning. Seeing us together is linking this together. And now, as we release this intention, I'm going to light this candle. And if you are ready to ascend, ladies and gentlemen, then carry this vision on with you forward. As you release your intent, you know that you put that order into the universe. So get excited, because when you get excited, you're putting that frequency out that it's coming. Let the high priestess show you the synchronicities and get excited every time you see it. Like, yep, we're doing it. And just maintain that vision. See nothing but that vision. Impress it in your subconscious before you go to sleep. Okay, the fact that we did this together supercharges this intention, and now it's going to link all of us, and we're all eventually going to meet in this party. But along the way, you're going to be manifesting everything that you want to create. So you bring it there. Let's manifest it! Astro Retreat for 2023 here in Vegas. Let's do it. Let's do it. Look into your flame if you have a candle. So every time you look at the flame, see your visualization playing out in the flame as if it was a movie. See yourself as the main character of that movie. What does that movie look like? And just play that script over and 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 over. So your mission, should you choose to accept, is to play the script over and over and over. I will walk you through as we go through the next steps. Moon in Capricorn, you're going to take practical action. So the new moon in Sag is going to literally give you this vision. You're creating it. Then once the moon goes into Cap, you'll understand what actions to take to physically manifest this. Then it's going to go in and you'll start to see evidence of this. You should get excited. Then it's going to go into Aquarius, and it's square to Uranus is going to give you hyper advanced knowledge of how to begin to integrate this attitude in your lifestyle. Boom, first quarter square into Pisces. You're going to change your vision because you're going to start to see elements of it coming true. And Pisces is going to say, dream bigger, dream bigger. Boom, moon in Aries. You're going to understand how to fully express who you are creating this vision. Taurus, then it's the next level of this becoming super real. Boom, full moon in Gemini. You'll understand what the meaning of your vision is. And then we can release that intention and move forward into the final boss battle in Capricorn. Y'all stay blessed as always. The more you have fun with this process, the better. And until next time.